In this video, we're going to talk about 10 brand new fragrances, 2 designers, and 8 niche. I've got some fragrances here that I have high hopes for, so I can't wait to share them with you, and also myself, get my nose on these fragrances. So stick around, let's hop into it. Starting with designers, moving into niche, let's go. You already know how this works. The first one here is going to be the 4th iteration of this fragrance. They have an eau de parfum, a parfum, an elixir, and now 2024 release, Ralph Lauren's 𝗲𝗂𝗏 Eau de Toilette. Now this one here, to be honest with you, I'm not really holding my breath. I don't have high hopes for this one, but let's see what we get out of this one. The center of the bottle is going to be lighter. You can see the juice, but the edges are going to be dark. That's the difference between this one and the other iterations of this fragrance. It says 𝗲𝗂𝗏. It looks like a whiskey flask. You have the RL for Ralph Lauren at the top of the atomizer. Anyway, I am interested in the smell, as I think overall this is a pretty nice collection. Very easygoing, gentleman-like kind of scents. So let's see what we get out of this. Well, the sprays are great. This smell, unfortunately, it's going to be more of the same. Been there, done that. A little bit sweet lavender, woodsy in the base, perhaps vetiver, cedarwood, touch of sandalwood, bright citrus bergamot up top. But you smell this, there's a slew of fragrances in the market that will smell like this one. Nothing exciting here, to be quite honest with you. This would be a pass. I would not repurchase this, and I would highly recommend you guys trying this before committing to a bottle, because if you have fragrances in your collection that are similar to this, which most likely you do have, this is very uninspiring, to say the least. So earlier this year, Jean-Paul Gaultier released a fragrance that was kind of hard to find here in America. I finally got myself a bottle. I think it was released earlier in the spring, somewhere around March of this year. This is Jean-Paul Gaultier's Le Male Lover. Now, this one here, from the talks, from the reviews, it didn't get much praise. It's said to be very bland, very meh kind of release. Well, let me see what we get out of this one. I do like the bottle. I think it's pretty cool. It's got this tattoo vibe. It says Le Male Lover. Same torso that we're used to all the other Le Males. Sprays are great. Okay, it's not bad actually. You know, it might not be very inspiring to some people, but I do get that tropical coconut vibe that you get with, to be honest with you guys, here's the deal. Because of the attention that Paradise Garden and all the other Le Males are getting, this one here might be something that you're not gonna pay attention to, you're gonna overlook. I actually like this. And the first impression here, it's giving me a very nice, semi-sweet, coconut tropical vibe. Almost like a coconut rum type of a deal, like a Malibu rum. That's what I'm getting here, which is very inviting, very nice. There is an aromatic and green tinge to the fragrance. I'm digging this one. In fact, I'm gonna be wearing this. I mean, listen, if I had to compare this one with 𝗲𝗂𝗏 that I just talked about, EDT, that's redundant. This is not. This is really nice. There's a really nice woody and semi-spicy inflection that's coming through right now as well. First impression, this gets a good, not great, but definitely good. This might be something that will fly under the radar and be discontinued and hard to get. I think it's something worth checking out. The vanilla sweetness here is very tamed. It's a very easy to wear fragrance, could be a signature scent. I dug this one. I think from a first impression, gets an okay, gets a good. Definitely want to try it on skin to make sure maybe it's something even great. But this, I can see this being something that I will enjoy thoroughly. If there are discount codes associated with the fragrances, I'm going to have it listed for you to make your life easier. But of course, you can check any of these at perfume.com with the code OGHAUL for 24% off site-wide. And of course, customary to all these haul videos, the giveaways. All the giveaways will be linked below with the details, what you need to do. All you need to do actually is use the code for this haul, and you're going to be automatically entered. If you already know, you know we've been doing this all year this year. We're gonna continue with this culture here of giveaways. Love to give back to you guys. So if you do support perfume.com, of course, we're gonna give back to you. Giveaways are in place. Check out details, use the code, automatically enter, win bottles. Free bottle giveaways to you guys that are, supporting the perfume.com. So check out details, enjoy it. Let's get into the niche here. We're gonna try one from Jo Malone today. This is called Orange Marmalade. Don't know anything about this one. Jo Malone is a brand that I do enjoy. There's quite a few good ones that I love, including Oud and Bergamot. The only qualm I have with this brand is performance. For the most part, they're not good in performance, but the smells are incredible. So sprays are nice, not great, but it does the job. Jo Malone, Orange Marmalade. This is a cologne concentration, so it's not gonna be heavy. And what it does, smells like something that's similar to an Acqua di Parma kind of a fragrance. Very aromatic, very citrus, very bright. Great for the time of the year right now, citrus. There is a nice lavender. It smells like neroli portofino, smells like 4711, cologne 4711, that type of a genre, 𝗂𝗏𝘗𝗵. Easy to wear, great for, it feels like, you know, right out of the shower, you put this on, you're gonna smell refreshed, bright, easy to wear. I think the performance is gonna be the issue here. And again, it is similar to a lot of things within this line of citrus aromatic colognes. It is nice, and there's also green inflections like clary sage, lavender. It smells really good. I think the only issue here is going to be performance. And if you do own fragrances, you know, borderline barbershop, citrus cologne type of fragrances in your collection already, this will be redundant. But if you don't own anything like that, this is a nice segue into this kind of a genre and classification of fragrances. Next up, we're going to talk about one from Sospiro. This is one that is part of a new collection. I think I shared with you guys Traviata, which I really liked. This one here is going to be Maraschino, which is their cherry fragrance. Maraschino is a cherry-based fragrance. I'm not a huge fan of cherry-based scents, especially because it became very prevalent. Every brand is putting out, you know, their own cherry kind of a fragrance, just like pistachio is very in right now. Sprays are really nice, beast on these. The bottles in Sospiro look great. At one point, they were partners with Xerjoff. It was under the same umbrella, not anymore. And this smells really good. Here's the deal. I really dig this one for two reasons. Number one, it is a very nice cherry-based scent, but to me, to describe it perfectly what I'm getting here out of the blotter, this smells like if you took Oud Wood from Tom Ford, added a pinch of a rose, kind of an inflection, Oud Wood, a little bit of a rose feel, and then you cover it in like a cherry liqueur. That's what I'm getting here. Like Oud Wood meets this rose, a little hint of like a woody or oud touch with this maraschino cherry covered inflection as well. Smells quite good. I think performance is going to be good as well. Digging this one for somebody that doesn't really appreciate cherry-based scents. This is definitely a winner and definitely something that either a guy or a gal could wear beautifully. Next up, new one from Marc Anton Barrois, which became very known for his beautiful seductive leather-based scent called Ganymede. This one's called 𝗬𝗓. Now, 𝗬𝗓 is something that I know nothing about other than the fact that it's a brand new release that I heard you know, about a month ago, and I wanted to pick up a bottle and share with you guys. So here's the bottle, very similar to all the other Marc Anton Barrois bottles. The only difference is this red color here on the actual bottle. The atomizer is actually red as well. And okay, this is giving me a vibe of, as soon as you spray this on, it's gonna smell a little bit like a grape soda kind of a vibe. This is a very nice aromatic fragrance from the top here. It's giving me the vibes of similarities with Icon from All for Dunhill. I don't know if you're familiar with that fragrance, but it's a very aromatic, vetiver, sweet kind of a fragrance. There is a grape, like a fruity grape kind of a vibe here, which is very nice, very inviting. Citrus notes up top with a very prominent vetiver, but it's very sweet and fruity type of a vetiver with some floral undertones. There is ambrox in here. I feel this is gonna be long lasting. Probably something that I would wear for springtime and early summer. Very well put together and definitely androgynous. I think anybody can rock this, a gal, a guy, unisex, gender-free, whatever you wanna call it. Very easy to wear vetiver here, fruity floral vetiver, and definitely juicy, great feel that I'm getting up top with the combination of notes here. Very nice, very inviting, easy to wear. You know, again, 𝗬𝗓 from Marc Anton Barrois gets a good, definitely a nice one. Definitely give it a shot if you can. I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised. This one's called Icon. Icon from the house of 𝗐𝗏 is their latest 2024 release. The bottles look very intricate. The caps are insane, this beautiful star, lots of details, heavy metal cap. The sprayers are usually beastly on these fragrances. Amazing, gorgeous mist. You can control it depending on how you push the atomizer. And this smells incredible. Right off the top, you get passion fruit, you get this tropical, fruity, sweet nuance. There's pralines, definitely sweet, definitely gourmand. I'm telling you, if you love passion fruit and you know passion fruit, the passion fruit is very predominant up top here. Really nice, mouth-watering passion fruit. And you do have these very sweet and woody inflections, including the pralines that I talked about. So it's gonna be heavy on the fruits, heavy in the gourmand facets, not something for the summertime right now. This would be cloying, I'm telling you right off the bat here. This is going to be great for fall and winter and maybe early spring. Definitely something that anybody can rock. I would say this very playful. I would say this for playful, romantic settings, evening wear, and dressier situations during the fall, during the winter, and evening attire. Smells quite good. Romantic settings as well. I think this would be great if you're wearing this on your first date. You're gonna make a great impression, guys. All in all, like I said, sweet, tropical, fruity, with some gourmand tendencies, and it's just great for evening wear, romantic settings, that kind of situation that you wanna convey a very playful and seductive vibe about yourself. New from Mancera. This one here had me at hello because when I looked at the note breakdown, it talked about Palo Santo. Palo Santo I love, has that incense-y, creamy kind of a feel. I don't know if it's gonna be the case here, but Eternal Wood, if you guys know Mancera, you know, nice presentation. You've seen one, you've seen them all. You've got the rectangular box, you've got the little pouch, little gold pouch where the bottle is stored. By the way, they have changed since. They're no longer the screw-on caps, now it's magnetic caps. And the sprayers are usually pretty good. This is going to be Eternal Wood from Mancera. Incredible sprayers. Okay, now this is really good. It reminds me of an old Yves Saint Laurent. Yves Saint Laurent had a fragrance from their private blend back in the day, not what they have today. I believe it was called Splendid Wood. Amazing fragrance, discontinued, hard to find, fetches a pretty penny today. If you missed that fragrance, this will be a good alternative to that. Incredible, warm, incensey, spicy, very woody. There is an animalistic kind of a feel here. There is probably cumin, definitely tons of spices. This is not going to be for everyone. I'm telling you right off the bat here, this is going to be cloying for the summertime. So this is going to be something for spring, definitely fall and winter. Late fall and winter will be the ideal time to rock this. It needs to be crisp. It needs to be cold outside for you to rock this because this is very warm, very spicy, very animalistic. That cumin note that I'm getting here is probably going to turn some people away. But I'm loving the Palo Santo / incensey vibe that I'm getting here. This one gets a good for me. Again, I have to wear it on skin. I'm not gonna give it a great, but on the taster strip, that's definitely a good one. Definitely something that I'm looking forward to trying in the next few months as it gets colder. And perhaps it will be refeatured here in a top video, maybe who knows, fall or winter, top niche fall or winter of 2024, but yet to be seen. Next up, Sahara. Sahara's been very busy lately with a lot of new releases. The last two releases from Sahara, I believe from last year that I loved were, I believe one called Leather Tobacco, which is an incredible leather and tobacco, animalic, very realistic, photorealistic kind of a fragrance. And the other one is Aura, which is a honey-based fragrance from Sahara that I tried last year that I absolutely loved. It blew me away. One of the best honey-based scents I've ever put my nose on. This one here is called Seraphim Blue. Now, looking at the bottle or the box here, in the bottle, I'm thinking blue scent. I'm thinking aromatic, easy to wear, very pleasant. Don't know anything about this one. I heard through the grapevine that this is one of the best, you know, most wearable ones from his line. I'm a huge fan of the Signature Homme, which is the one that I covered for you guys years ago. I want to say 7, 8 years ago here on the channel. The juice is blue, and the smell is blue. So this is a Harrof's, easy to wear, pick up and go, casual setting, signature type scent. No wonder why it's called Sahara Signature. So the original Sahara Signature, not Seraphim Blue Signature, the original Sahara Signature was that lavender juice that I love. That's more mature. That's definitely a fougere, lavender. There's tons of components, but the main structure of that fragrance is going to be a fougere barbershop with lavender, spices, woods. This one here, Seraphim Blue, has a nice backbone. I think it's going to be very nice, long lasting as well. But it's definitely a citrus, woody, aromatic type scent. I think there's definitely some green inflections here. There's probably clary sage, lavender, but it is more of a youthful, more playful, definitely well put together, definitely elegant, but not as mature as the original Signature. Very nice, guys. Really liking this one. Not a love, but I like it. I think there's other things in my collection that I would favor before I rock this one, including the original Signature Homme. But this is quite nice. If you're looking for a nice blue scent that is very refined, elegant, and sophisticated, try this one. I think it's definitely a nice fragrance from Sahara. Next up here from the house of a master perfumer, of course, Alberto Morillas, which, you know, we all know Alberto Morillas from Acqua di Gio and thousands of fragrances this guy put out over the years. He came out with his own line a few years ago called Mise en Serre, and this is Legend Leather. Now, I'm a huge fan of leather. This is an eau de parfum concentration. The case here, you know, the actual box with the little pamphlet here reminds me of the Creed kind of a style, the same kind of feel and texture to the actual box. The bottle, as you've seen with mise en cere bottles, are very, very, minimalist. This is not a magnetic cap, by the way, but it is a nice heavy metal cap with the M from mise en cere. Very nice label. I mean, minimalist, but chic at the same time. Being a huge fan of leathers, tobaccos, and boozy scents, when I saw he was putting out a leather fragrance, being a master perfumer that he is, I really wanted to take it for a test drive. Now, here's the deal. This is going to be a rather tamed leather fragrance. The leather here is going to be mostly a suede-based leather fragrance, which is not very spicy or rough and tumble or hard to wear or animalic. There's nothing here. It's really the most supple, subtle, and understated leather you can possibly think of. When you open the door of a nice car, a nice exotic car that has leather upholstered, seats, you're gonna get that feel here. Very controlled, but very realistic leather. Really nice. This is not gonna be a screamer, I'm telling you right now, but I think it's gonna give you a nice sillage. If you spray your clothes, I think it's gonna be one of those. And I think this is for someone that truly appreciates the smell of leather, but not the skanky or animalistic or rough and tumble type leather. Somebody that likes the suede leather or the more subtle leathers. Not something that's gonna be hard to wear. This is not challenging at all. This is something that everyone could rock. In fact, for me, I probably wouldn't even wear this by itself. I think I would actually use this as a layering duo. I would layer this with other fragrances that I would want the leather facet here to just kind of complement the other fragrance. But really nice one, not great. I would hope that this would be a lot stronger, a lot more powerful than I'm getting here, off the tester strip. So it gets an okay for me. I think for the price point and what I'm getting here, I think there's other leather fragrances out there that I would definitely favor before I would rock this one. But it's a nice creation. I would definitely get a decant and try it. Make sure you guys like it. If you're looking for a subtle leather, if you're getting into leathers, you don't like anything too rough or too powerful, this is a nice segue into the leather genre and classification of fragrances. All right, talk to you guys about fragrances that have leather, tobacco, those kind of notes, boozy facets. I love those. Those are the wow factor fragrances. So there is a brand that's been making a splash in the world of niche perfumery over the last couple of months with some releases that they've announced, in particular 3. One of them being Aventus Absolute Triple Batch. I can't wait to get my nose on that. The other one, it's called Delphinus. Again, an Irish-based scent. Very curious about that one. But the one that I really wanted to get my nose on, because I thought it was something different from the line, is the one I'm about to share with you today. From Creed, this is Centaurus. Now, Centaurus is said to be a tobacco-based scent. And to be honest with you, my favorite tobacco-based scent from Creed is something that's been vaulted and discontinued for many years called Vintage Tabaron, which is very hard to find. Fetches a pretty penny out there. Millesine Tabaron came afterwards. It's a nice tobacco, but not something that I love. But this one here is the one that I'm really curious for. Again, you've seen a Creed bottle or box, you've seen them all. It's got the little Creed pamphlet. Nothing really fancy with their bottles or anything like that. They have since upgraded the bottles. Some people would say downgrade because they went from 120 ml to now being 100 ml. This one here, Centaurus, very minimalist bottle. I love the Creed logo here, the crest. You have the crest here with Centaurus. The caps are beautiful now. Heavy metal caps, but what I'm really curious for is what kind of tobacco is Creed putting out for us as a great niche brand as they are. So let's take it for a test drive, guys. 2024 release, Beast sprayers. They have one of the best sprayers in the game. You got to give credit where credit's due. The bottle looks nice. And I have to say, guys, this smells darn good. Wow. And this is not more of the same in the tobacco space. I think this is going to be a tobacco fragrance that a lot of people will enjoy. Up top, I'm getting sort of like an eucalyptus kind of a vibe. It is a little bit spicy and kind of menthol, not full-on menthol, but I'm getting like a minty tobacco and cinnamon kind of a situation here, which is quite nice, to be honest with you. This is good. Giving me a little bit of a Windsor vibe. Windsor is another one that's been discontinued with that eucalyptus vibe. It's spicy, very nice. Not extremely bold here, but definitely something that not a lot of people will enjoy because of that minty, camphorous, green, piney kind of a vibe that I'm getting here. this is gonna get a really good, thumbs up from me, and I can't wait to rock this on skin. And I have to be honest with you, this might even be featured in some up and coming fall and winter lists for me here, guys. This is a good one. Wow, Creed hasn't really put something interesting in quite a while, and this is definitely one that is gonna get a lot of people going, including yours truly, guys. We do have a floral vibe here with a combination of florals, heliotrope, which adds this almost almondy feel. There is a geranium note here, along with that cardamom, perhaps giving more of that eucalyptus minty kind of a situation here. This is more mature. This is very refined, very elegant, but it's not gonna be for everyone. This is one of those that it's not gonna be like a Ventus that more people will appreciate. I think this is gonna have a very smaller cult following, if you will. It's not gonna have a very universally appealing effect on people, I can tell you right now. It's not a very daring or challenging fragrance by any stretch of the imagination, but definitely more challenging than you're used to with Creed fragrances. They tend to be easier to wear, citrus, just happy, bright fragrances. This is not one of those. This is gonna be going in the other direction. You have this resins also, very balsamic, a little bit of a vanilla sweetness to it. I think on skin it's gonna get even better. So this gets a double thumbs up for me. I can't wait to really rock this on skin and get the full experience. You guys can try this right now at perfume.com. Use the code for this haul to get 24% off on your decant. And of course you can rock it on skin. Make sure you love it before you get a bottle, because these don't come cheap, guys. I think this is gonna be well into the $500 for a bottle of this. So definitely try it before you buy it. So speaking of niche fragrances, most of the fragrances in this haul were niche. If you guys love niche perfumery, if you're getting into the niche world, if you're falling into the proverbial rabbit hole, I've got a great one for you. I want to remind you of ScentXplore 2024, 6th annual New York City. Dozens of brands, well into the 100+ brands this year. Thousands of people will join us. Take advantage of the early bird special tickets, because as soon as registrations are over, we're going to close registrations, and if you don't have your ticket, you won't be able to get in. The registrations for the after party are almost at capacity. So if you guys want to be at the after party, if you want to join the event, the time is now. Link below. Enjoy. If you guys haven't heard of this event, I'm going to tell you, very quickly what it is. It's basically an international niche perfume event. If you already know the event, it's an incredible event where you have dozens of brands to discover. You get a welcome package as soon as you walk into the event, which have samples from all the brands. There's tons of giveaways that you can win, free bottles, different trips, including the trip to Oman, to the 𝗵𝗂 factory. Anyway, all details will be listed and linked in this video, so check it out. Go to ScentXplore.com, but don't delay, guys, because I'd hate for you to lose out and miss out on this event. It is limited. It's not for everyone. Not everybody we can't fit everyone in the event. Last year, I think we had close to 5,000 people. This year, we're looking at 6,000 to 7,000. So if you do want to join in, the time is now. Check out the description of this video, and I truly hope to see you guys there and have a great fragrant time with you. Guys, thank you so much for supporting the channel. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you do enjoy the channel, keeping you guys in the know, doing these hauls, these giveaways, and everything in between, please, all I ask is please show your support. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell to get these videos straight into your feed, and of course, I will see you right back here with another video very soon. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.